Pisces, are these people blind? It's like you guys got the blind leading the blind around here. I'm trying to figure out. Daisy, we're busy. She doesn't understand. She understands, but she doesn't understand. It's INFJ, animal communication. Go do your research. Anyway, wait, you guys ever seen Jose Silva mind controls method on projecting your consciousness into plants, animals, and metals and shit? You can do some cool stuff with that. Anyway, so what kind of Jerry Springer made for A&E TV sitcom bullshit are y'all into, Pisces? It's almost like Divine Judgment Day. And as scary as that may sound, it is. It's going to be a bright future. The future is bright. The future's so bright, you have to wear Pushing Up Daisy. The future's so bright, you have to wear Pushing Up Daisy. You just do. You just do. So, Pisces, you guys seem to be the elephant in the room for a lot of people. We're just going to remove that. We're going to get rid of that. You know, I mean, I know with the passing of Charlie Kirk and his birthday was, yes, Pushing Up Daisy knows. Pushing Up Daisy knows when Charlie Kirk's birthday was. Anyway, the whole Tyler Robinson thing, with those rouges and smokes and mirrors, you know, being in the Rose capital of Texas, they say that everything Pisces touches turns to gold. However, that's not gold. It is a life symbol, though. It says life symbols. I like words. I like words. The problem is, Pisces, is you guys seem to have, around the Pisces collective anyway, these karmics seem to have gotten the ABC boys involved, and when you get the ABC boys involved, generally you end up with some pretty crazy animal crackers. ABC boys and animal crackers, and they probably want to get in our primordial soup, and that's no good, because I mean, when it comes to flying monkeys, Pisces, you got to bring out the big guns. You have to bring out the big guns, Pisces. It's just what it is. The big guns are always necessary in a situation like this, because you have money in the collective all over the place. I mean, there's just an abundance of money everywhere. And when you have that energy in every Pisces reading, what these people need to understand is Rob Lowe left the fucking building on the 7th. He came to the Cowan Center, Rob Lowe. He did. He came home to the Cowan Center to roost, where all the cows herded down to see Rob Lowe. And it's just what it is. It's the Cowan, where people all herded down to the Cowan Center, the Caterpillar people. Caterpillar people headed down to the Cowan Center to see Rob Lowe. So, you know, with all of this discretion over money and we really don't care about any of that. And, you know, and beautiful comments in one of the readings. She said, "You can test my blood. There is not a drop of anything." Me as well. Mine is like liquid golden brew, whatever this liquid golden brew is. Simple enough. It's like a mocha latte scate. It's a mocha scate. I put my own special blend of shit in here that I get out of the refrigerator, and it's good. It's good stuff. But, you know, as we were putting most of these people that are problems on ice, to let them chill out for a little bit. They need to chill for a while. We can't be worried, because I mean, the first thing I hear this morning is, Pisces, these people are obsessed with beating you, and I couldn't quite grasp. Why would they be wanting to beat Pisces? Is that like with whips and chains and shit? Do they have to carry their own burdens? Carry their own crosses to the crossroad. And I mean, we know what their problem is. It's a copycat problem. Now, if you were to talk to Mystic 9, and let me tell you, Mystic 9, she's a big gun. She's a big gun out of New York. And, when I hear her say things like, when evil goes up against an earth angel, war angels and their destruction soon follow. Now, when I hear that, when I hear a woman say, oh, well, God, there's no way to get out of that. That's what war angels and their destruction. That sounds serious. That sounds serious. And I mean, if it's all over a halo activation, it just makes you wonder, well, why didn't they activate their own? Why didn't they activate their own crown of thorns? If they'd have activated their own crown of thorns, they wouldn't have all these elephants in the room. And it's what it is. I mean, yeah, we already removed that, so I don't know why we keep going back to the same shit over and over again. Like Darth Vader's pissed off the rebelling against the dark side won, and it's what it is. And when I see that in the cards, playing both sides, well, that's the Dark Emperor. The Dark Emperor plays both sides. And I'm more like a Sloby one Kenobi. Loby one Kenobi. That's what it is. A lot of people think I'm slow, but that was a gimmick. That was a rouge. My first initial and my last name spell slow, so people like to. They used to make fun of me about it. I make fun with it. So that's what it is. Anyway, so when you use dark magic, and she said these warlocks and these witches and these flying monkeys are all coming out of the darkness for the ABC boys, and it's just what it is. They're going to be mad as animal crackers in your soup, and they'll be all in their soup. They will be. It'll be an absolute zoo when that truth comes out. Anyway, we already went over that. So keep in mind, I mean, once you have an ascended master on the planet, if you were to use the Star Wars references for starseeds, that would be Obi-Wan Kenobi. That would be even Darth Vader ended up an ascended master in the end. They at the very end of the trilogy, they were all standing there. You had Yoda, you had Obi-Wan Kenobi, you had all of them. All of the masters had ascended, and then they were standing there together, taking a nice photo op. Nice photo op without, and there were no karmics. No karmics were photo bombing the photo op for the ascended masters, and they did. They had this nifty glow. And they told them, strike me down and I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. And now people can't imagine how Pisces has made it to where we're at. People can't figure out how Pisces has made it to where we're at, which is fine. But when I keep hearing that, a bunch of people want to keep beating Pisces for activating a crown of thorns, that just makes me kind of giggle. I think that shit's pretty strange. It's fucking awfully funny. Awfully funny that these individuals would be so obsessed with someone's path. And as a QHHT practitioner doing past life regressions and knowing that they tapped into our Akashic records, and knowing that they have known these things since we were a child, the destiny swapping energy will be going back on them and all involved. And we've heard it before. Pisces, you will be shocked to know how many people were involved. And I mean, no, I really won't. I won't be shocked because I'll be seeing it. Pisces, my son, you will witness their karma. So, and this as the saying goes, and I've heard it said over and over and over again in Tarotland, Pisces. And it is the Pisces sun readings, so I'm assuming it. Pisces, my son. And we are sun children, so and that's what they didn't know. They didn't know that because they don't do their research. But we don't care. We don't care. We're calling our power back. All of it. I now call my power back across all timelines, spaces, and dimensions from wherever it was needed in positive use. It may stay. Where it was used for negative influence or gain, it will not remain that way. Thank you for that. It's just what it is. I mean, you tell the angels what you want, and then you sit back and watch the magic happen. But when your light triggers their demons, they don't ask. Our light just triggers their demons. And it's what it is. And then they manifest upside down. They manifest your entire world upside down. Jerry Springer chair throwing, made for A&E TV moments. And it's just what it is. And we're going to be bringing things back into harmony and balance. I would assume one natural disaster at a time, since that's the way it's been going, and they wouldn't stop. I mean, when the first couple were basically warnings that we were alerted to with our intuition, people got in their emotions and did everything they could to increase. They wanted to increase the karma. They didn't want to stop the karma. They became diehard fans, and just, shit was hitting the fans. Diehard fans with shit hitting them in an obsessed type manner. So all they basically had was their mind on their money and their money on their mind. So if all they had was their mind on their money and their money on their mind, they didn't care about healing. They didn't care about evolving. They didn't care about ascending. All they cared about was baneful magic, energy manipulation. And now, I mean, there's two sides of that. I mean, as a Reiki master, I manipulate energy as well. But these individuals weren't doing it for positive healing purposes for the planet. I mean, that's kind of difficult. If you're attacking someone with dark magic and they're using love's intent to help or heal the planet, and that's causing them issues, well, chances are Earth just doesn't want them here anyway. And I can't do anything. If Earth says go home, you have to go home. It's just what it is. She said, you don't have to stay. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And then, they basically end up reincarnating. So with people being stuck in the wheel of reincarnation, I can't do anything about that. I can't wait for God to give us our next mission, because Pisces understood the assignment. And that's who we're looking for. We're looking for those Pisces, because I hear that a lot in the cards. Pisces, you understood the assignment. And then people, I can't figure out how Pisces keeps understanding the assignment. Pisces understood the assignment. And you can't have a divine test of souls if they know beforehand. They would cheat. You're talking about a bunch of cheaters, crooks, and soulless scoundrels that would have cheated if they had not, because you're testing their souls. And their papers were due like yesterday. Did everyone get their papers turned in? So if you didn't even turn the paper in, then there's no way. There's no way you could have passed or failed. There's no way you could pass or fail. But I mean, when tarot readers keep saying time's ticking, time's up, time's ticking, time's up, and then everybody's, NPCing out on I saw a TikTok. I don't know if you've seen these kids yet or not, but they're trying to get to it's an emo couple, and they're trying to get to 100,000 views. And she's going, UWU. Ooh, 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 ooh. I almost gave up my destiny watching this girl. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It was funny shit. Her boyfriend's on the floor. He's got the chair flipped over. He's spinning the wheels on the chair. Yeah, he's got the chair. He's laying on the floor and he's spinning the wheel. Please make her stop. She said, and for every subscriber, I'll stop. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then she'd thank him. Thank you for subscribing. Ooh, and right back to it. I had to giggle. I had for a long time. I did. I sat there and giggled. It's just what it is. We just got through talking about a Pee-wee voice, and now here I am on a fucking ooh, ooh, ooh. It is what it is. Simple enough. It is what it is. People are losing their minds or finding creative ways to make you lose yours. However, with the Akashic Records, the watchers were watched the entire time. So let's get serious for a minute. Come on, they're taking life way too serious, and that's how they lose their connection to the source. So that's what it is. Oh, we're so serious. Well, that's why you don't have a connection to the source. Simple enough. I can't do anything but, ooh, no, it's going on. Anyway, let's check out the energy, shall we? God is all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. So it is. And I mean, I probably shouldn't. But every time I hear a reader say Pisces, they don't know how you did this. I go right to Google. I Google it. I go ahead and copy and paste that shit. I throw it in the comments. Look, it's right there. You don't understand how because she's talking about something. And I'm listening to what the young lady's talking about, reading the tarot card. She's reading the energy. And then she will say it. They don't know how you did this. And then I go right over to, and then they keep saying it. They keep saying the same thing over and over again. So I keep going over to Google and getting the information for you and sharing it over and over again because the more information you give, the more you get. And these people want to hold things in the dark, so they just don't get anything. They just don't get it. It's just simple enough. They just don't get it. People's love, people's light, people's health, people's wealth, people's abundance is scattered about. With a destiny swap gone this horribly wrong and people still trying to beat Pisces over a halo activation. So what it is, I mean, you have to think, ladies, God does not put rings on fingers. God puts halos on heads. And it's what it is. Some people are chosen for the light. Some people aren't. And we're looking for those that are chosen. Simple enough because they have a mission to carry out, and chances are they understand the assignment and they're on their mission. But when you get them competing against one another or trying to unalive, these individuals were trying to unalive one of them out there, and so it is, and that shit's protected by the divine. We don't believe in the divine. There's got to be a way to challenge God, and it's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. I hear there's an angelic Reiki master who is protected by Archangel Michael. Okay, cool. I can't do anything about that. So I'm looking for that person that's protected by Archangel Michael. I can't deal with people that don't have it. It's just what it is. They're not divinely protected. As sad as that is to say, I mean, I think everyone should have an attunement, a connection, a basic study of energy healing, because it is humanity's birthright. But it requires work, and they don't want to do the work. They want to sit on TikTok or YouTube, ooh, 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 and then, you know, years down the road when they're laid up in the hospital bed, they would have wished they'd learned healing instead of ooh, 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 another subscriber, ooh, ooh. That's what it is. People are going to be people, and I don't care. Those are the individuals that will one day be in the same energy of regret that the last group is in. What are you doing? She's doing stuff. At least I don't have to hear ooh when she does it. Simple enough. Anyway. Cards in the upright. Cool, flip that shit around. On the karma aspect of this situation, since that's what everyone is so, dipped in. Oh God, what is the destiny swapping karma going to look like? Masculines flipped upside down. Men wanting to be divine feminine energies and couldn't admit it. That's what this karma is going to look like. Men or women standing in their masculine energy with zero feminine intuition or feminine energy to manifest or create. And then targeting a divine emperor, empress energy balanced in their masculine and feminine energy with the ability to manifest and create anything that they want. So we just kind of stopped and let them build a Tower of Babel. And it's what it is. I mean, the tower, it's repeating patterns. All you have to do is, if you don't learn your history, you're destined to repeat it. And then when, it is in the cards this morning, Pisces, these people built a huge illusion. And now they're all pointing the finger at each other. They're blaming one another. They don't know what to say. They can't understand one another. They've lost communication skills. That's the Tower of Babel. Babla, ewu, 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 ewu. Nothing they do will grow, or everything they do will grow from that point forward. They either put in positive energy to go up, or negative energy to descend. Simple enough. Simple enough. What does karma look like? Some guy laying on the floor, spinning the wheels on a chair going, please, God, make her stop or subscribe. And it's a 50-50, whether you subscribe to Ewu, 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 or you don't. It's about family. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Simple enough. What have the karmics attracted? A karmic tribe. What are the divine beings attracting? Fucking the meek shall inherit the earth. That's a karmic power couple. Simple enough. That's what it is. We are building the new earth, and these people are creating more NPCs. It's simple enough. Simple enough. You got to make the world go round somehow. The wheel of karma keeps them spinning. They don't know where they'll be tomorrow. The emotional side of things. That's what it is. You can't nurture the emotions of some of these people. You're talking about entity possession at this point. I have to agree with these ladies. I'm already seeing the evidence around me. I'm already getting clients for it. So it's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Is it going to spread like a spiritual dis-ease? Yes, because you've got people out there responsible for it that sat on the fence and never said anything so that it could be so that we could be locked down, masked up, and exorcised. Everybody would have needed an exorcism. Yeah. They initiated or attuned to the underbelly of society, to the underworld. This would be initiating or attuning to healing. Love's intent to help or heal one another. This would be initiating into the opposite of that. You cannot nurture emotion that is upside down. It's impossible. They're in the ground. Fucking yeah, you can't even show them compassion. They're gone. You show them grief. They get grief at that point. There's a grieving process. There's not a healing process after that. There's a grieving process after that. On the power side of things, yeah, women are losing it. And it's what it is. I can't do anything about witches going up against a master healer or a mystic. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. That's the energy that is in the cards. You have a bunch of witches who attacked a Reiki master. Okay, great. Where is that individual? I want a Reiki session. I'm going to go get a Reiki session from that individual. Simple enough. I can't take any calls because there's too many people involved in Destiny Swap and Karmaville. They have to get their karma. I have to do something new. I have to go. I'm making appointments. I'm not taking them. I'm making appointments. And if I can't find the person to make an appointment with, simple enough, then we're going to see how these scales balance out. You have the more healers you have, the less people there are to heal. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. You've got too many readers that are picking up on witches using witchcraft. Okay, cool. We're already seeing that shit backfire on the last group, but yet they followed suit. Then we just stopped that shit before it continued much longer. Energy exchange, simple enough. Now, when I hear that they are sucking the Kundalini energy off of an earth angel like a bunch of parasitic energy vampires, who would you ladies be talking about? Because, I think putting a stop to that, since every time they attack the Earth Angel, a natural disaster happens, I would say that putting a stop to that, instead of trying to take out the Earth Angel, that they keep because we're divinely protected, and they're not. They're not. No. See, you can pull out the big guns with those zombies, and you can double tap that shit based on a bunch of, everybody's upset that you've got, the National Guard and people coming into situations to clean up cities. What do you expect? You have that kind of energy backfiring on places over narcissists. Simple enough. Women upside down over an energy exchange with themselves. They only gave a shit about themselves and no one else. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. So sorry that women who only gave a shit about themselves have now put the master in healing mode. We're going to concentrate on our own healing. Sometimes the healer needs healing. Sometimes the healer needs healing while the karmics get pure tenfold karma. Manifestation on the situation? Ooh, they manifested an illusion. A bunch of bullshit. If God wanted Texans to ski in Colorado, he'd have made bullshit white. Simple and that's my favorite joke from Colorado. Said if God wanted Texans to ski, he would have made bullshit white because they can't ski. They get out there and they screw up the slope and hey, come on, let's get down the hill. Woo-hoo. These people ride horses, not skis. That's what it is. They should have found something safe to do. Simple enough. You got people basically lying on the health. When it comes to Reiki, that shit's 2,500 years old. They brought it into Hawaii in WW2. They gave you the Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi, all supernatural illusion. And you hear Daniel-san say it, Mr. Miyagi, the pain went away. What did you do? Oh, Daniel-san, Reiki, ancient Japanese healing modality. He says it in the movie. And they think you're stupid and will never catch that. You'll walk out and see Reiki studio, but your mind is already programmed to something supernatural and otherworldly that's your birthright. So when I heard Dolores Cannon teaching this, when she was teaching QHHT, she says, I get movie stars, I get I get celebrities, that they all come to me because I have miracles happen in my office every day. Okay, great. And then what do? Dumb down the population because they don't want you having miracles. They only think about themselves. No gratitude. They have no gratitude for it. And she just said it. These are people with a lot of money that want to keep that money and and they want to come to the spiritual healers because they think that since our gifts are a blessing, that we should just be blessing them. And then they get to us and figure out we're their last resort because of all the karma that they've incurred. Simple enough. And now we have hit the cutoff point. The spiritual door has been shut. There is nothing. It's what comes around goes around, not what comes around goes back around. We have completed a cycle and left them behind. It's prophecy. These people are trying to challenge prophecy. What is the problem? They thought they were the ones getting to go when they're the ones being left behind. We're trying to take everyone, and they're kicking and screaming the entire way. Simple enough. Harmony and balance. Now we have people fighting. There's chaos. There's calamity. There's this person, that person. We didn't understand. It's because it's ask and receive. Nobody asked shit and only wanted to receive. Look at that. Oh, everybody fighting over an Earth Angel? Or meditation. This is the meditation card. However, this is what meditation leads to. Simple enough. Pisces, these people are doing everything to beat you. What? In the ascension process? That means they have to go within. They have to worry about themselves and not someone else. How can they possibly be trying to beat someone else on an ascension path? It's a journey within. They're trying to beat Pisces ascending. Is that not what? They're trying to block your ascension path. What? They're trying to get inside me? The ascension path is within. The path to ascension has absolutely nothing to do with the outside world. It's your inner world. Your inner world reflects your outer world. Simple enough. They don't understand that. They're looking for what road Pisces is going to go down for their next ascension. They're stupid. They're trying to steal Pisces gifts, their spiritual gifts. How are you possibly going to steal those? They wouldn't know how to use them if they stole them. They would not know how to use them if they stole them. Simple enough. Now, yeah, what have we manifested? No love. They got no love for that shit. Cool, we got no love for their karma. There's nothing we can do. Love is all there is. They don't have any of that. You have to be a vibrational match to love's intent to help her heal for it to work. Success. Ta-da! We have succeeded, and yes, there's nothing but dark hearts on your planet over this situation. Great. So what are the dark hearts going to do? Burn themselves out. They're losing energy. They're losing steam. They tried to harvest energy off of another because they cannot produce their own. We are calling our energy back because it belongs to us. Reiki can only be used for positive healing purposes. And when you're positively healing the planet and it causes triggered demons to run amok, fucking, they're worried. I can't do anything about that. Simple enough. Don't let anyone hinder your peace. Simple enough. Yeah. What is the overall outcome? None of these people are masters. They haven't mastered themselves. They haven't mastered their craft. They want the master's blessings they want the master's gifts without mastering the gifts themselves. They want the master's blessings without mastering how to get blessings. They want to manifest off of other people's energy without mastering how to manifest on their own. They want, and can't master anything. Simple enough. So, where are the ascended masters on this planet that are all in your cards? Simple enough. Simple enough. So it is, because, we will be focusing on them. They did the work. When the student's ready, the master appears. We want to learn from other masters, not from a bunch of fucking karmics. What are they going to teach us? More karma? Are they going to teach us how to get more karma? We're obsessed with teaching people how to get more karma. Simple enough. Simple enough. So yeah, and basically, everyone take a nap, rest, let these individuals continue to just, demons, or that whole quote in the Bible about the gnashing of the teeth and being tossed into the abyss. It's basically where they're at right now. So it's what it is. It's what it is. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Got your nose. I got her nose, and I got yours too. So now that I have her nose and your nose too, who's on their destiny? Because you can't be on your destined path with no nose. You can't even meditate without a nose. You'll be sitting there trying to meditate thinking, man, I don't even have a nose. Pisces got my nose. Narcissists won't be able to look in the mirror without knowing, I got no nose. Pisces got my nose. That'll be the karma for the rest of their life, is Pisces took their nose to spite their face. That's what it is. And I understand Pisces wants the truth. Okay, great, Pisces. I've got their nose. For them to get their nose back, love, light, and truth. Love, light, and truth sets them free. Love, light, and truth sets their nose free. We will know the truth, and they will get their nose. Simple enough. We got their nose. Simple enough. Simple enough. It's not that hard to figure out. If they can't figure out that Pisces got their nose, they're never going to figure out that Pisces has their nose. Simple enough. And they can't get shit from me if I have their nose. I've already got their nose. I have to give it. It's give and receive. It's give and receive. So it's better to give than to receive. It's better to give them their nose back than for them to just keep receiving shit. Namaste.